Join us in the kitchen because you're going to love what we're doing. Our next guest is a best-selling author, a fourth-generation baker, and a real boss when it comes to baking cakes. It says so on TV. He's here today to make his famous Black-Tie Cannolis perfect for your New Year's Eve celebration. Welcome back, celebrity baker Buddy Valastro.
Hey.
Welcome back, buddy.
Oh, we love you.
Back, buddy.
Good, man.
You know, I love coming here with you guys and cooking. You always make me feel at home, so I want to thank you. And, you know, getting close to New Year, I want to think about something that's really easy to make. And what better than my cannolis?
Well,
right?
I'll tell you what, people don't generally think of easy desserts being cannolis, but today he's going to show us how to make these amazingly delicious and very impressive desserts. Before we do that, you just said, you know, New Year's Eve is tomorrow. Do you happen to have any New Year's resolutions?
Oh, God, my New Year's resolution. Well, I think everybody goes on a diet for New Year's. I think it's like mandatory. So I don't think that one counts. Well, we are going to eat today. But I always try to reflect back on the year and have more patience and think of things that I could have been a better person and really just, you know, try to always be a better person.
That's what it's all about. That's what life is all about. I really believe that.
Yeah, no, I do. You know, I mean, sometimes we get just caught up in a moment of our lives, and whether it's with our kids or our family or whatever, and you're just like, you know what, I got to have the patience, I got to make the time and do what I have to do.
We should all have that as a New Year's resolution this year. One of many. Thank you very much for that, buddy. I love that. Now, as you can see, Larissa has made her way over here. Maria is chomping at the bit for your cannolis, as is Cameron, so we're going to get right to it. It starts with the cannoli shell, right?
Okay, yep. So, let's start with the cannoli shell. So I'm going to add our ingredients in here. So I got a little bit of salt.
Okay, there you go. Get your
What's
finger
already in there? Is that?
All right, so we just got flour.
Oh, okay.
All-purpose flour, salt, cinnamon.
And you have to get the cannoli shell right or the whole thing's ruined, right?
Absolutely. We got sugar in here.
Okay, there we go.
This really is a science experiment.
It really is.
Yeah.
There we go. There's our sugar.
It's been in the fridge.
Sitting there for a second.
Oh, it's going to cooperate. Don't you worry about it. We're going to make it work, okay? We got a little
Here you
bit.
go. Need a
You got one?
spoon?
I got it here. I got a little spatula.
All right.
So you got a little bit of lard, okay?
Lard. Why lard?
Well, you know, the old-fashioned bakers, and especially in Italy, really always baked with lard. And it just makes the crust so delicious. We actually fry it in lard, too.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty
So
good.
if we had butter, it wouldn't work as well?
It would work fine with butter, but I think the lard just, you know, this is how we make the dough. You know, you use the right tool for the job, right?
And you know what? He knows how to make the best cannoli, in my opinion, in the world.
That's what I like to hear.
You sell these at the bakery, and they fly off the shelves.
Yeah, I mean, we go through millions a year.
Literally millions.
Millions a year. So I just added some white wine vinegar to this.
Okay.
Vinegar.
Okay? Yep. And vinegar actually tenderizes the dough. And it's an old trick. A lot of cannoli recipes either have vinegar or they have wine in them.
Because of the acidity?
I think it's the acidity in it that tenderizes the dough.
Interesting.
So now I'm going to add an egg to this, right?
Okay.
And then we're just going to, you could actually scrape this
I was
a little
wondering,
bit.
yeah.
It's going to eventually catch
There we
with the
go.
mixer. And then you're just going to have to just keep doing this. And we're going to mix this. This probably takes about 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, it does.
On a low speed, right?
Okay.
And then it turns into a dough like this,
Okay.
which I'm going to put over here. And I'm just going to take a little bit of bench flour.
Ooh.
Come on now, this ain't my first rodeo. Here.
Now, how important is it to roll it out thinly?
Okay, so I roll it usually through a pasta machine at home,
okay.
but you could use a rolling pin. You got to roll it to about 1/8 of an inch thick.
Okay.
Okay.
If it's too thick, will they just become...
If they're too thick, they're not gonna cook as well, and then you want to have the right balance of crisp to that creamy, dreamy ricotta. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So-
Even just hearing about it.
I
I'm so
know.
excited.
I'm rolling this out here.
Do we have to rest this dough at all?
You could rest it a little bit. We usually just let it rip at the bakery
Okay.
when we go.
Well, if you're selling millions of cannolis,
Yeah.
you gotta go.
the dough has
We don't
no
got
time to
for
rest.
rest.
Let's let those 500,000 rest for a little while.
Exactly.
All right, so we rolled it. Feel the thickness, right? Pretty good.
Oh, wow, that's perfect.
feels good.
Okay.
It almost
Okay.
looks like a sheet of pasta.
It does.
Yeah. So now, if you have a round cutter at home, this is a trick. So you want to make an oval, so you just bend it a little bit,
Oh.
and then we have an oval.
Or if you have an Easter egg shape one for Easter.
Or if you have oval cutters, that's great. But let's take couple of these guys here, right? So we're gonna take that, and then we're gonna line these up. So this is how we do it at the bakery. So we cut these guys here, and then we'll line them up like soldiers.
All handmade like this.
Yeah, so.
Could you make these shells in advance and then just kind of keep them in
Well,
the
that's
fridge or
the
something?
beauty of the cannoli shell is that if you put them in like a Tupperware, they can last months.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In
And
the
then
refrigerator?
You could freeze them, you could refrigerate them, but you could leave them ambient. You don't even have to.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's dry. So
Okay.
So now that we got our cannoli shells lined up, right?
Now we're going to roll them up.
So we make our line like this, right?
It's so beautiful.
We're just saying we're mesmerized by just watching somebody who knows what he's doing so well. Like work with the dough, and it's fun to watch.
So now we just have a little egg wash, right? And then we make a line right down the middle here.
Oh, is that why you lined them up like that?
Yeah.
Smart.
This is
Right?
fascinating.
I don't
And
get it.
then,
Well, you'll see.
so now
He's gonna stick them
Look
together.
at this. Oh my goodness.
What
it
is
on
this
the
tool
cannoli.
exactly?
This is not a tool. It's just a cannoli stick.
It's literally called a cannoli stick.
It's a cannoli stick.
I hate to tell you, buddy,
mean-
but technically it's a tool. It's called a cannoli stick.
I mean,
Cannoli stick.
It's how you stick your cannoli. So you take it and then you wrap it around, okay? And
Now,
then you want to try to create a little bit of air
Why?
between it. Because
Oh, so it puffs up.
No, because the oil's got to go all the way around it.
Oh, I see. So it gets inside and cooks properly.
And then we put it on here. See, yeah, this size is much better, so that it's a little loose on the stick.
Oh.
So you want to have it loose. It's got to be jiggle. It's got to have like a little jiggle.
Well,
on it.
mine doesn't have
No
enough
jiggles?
I made a mini taco.
All right, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to fry them in oil that's about 360 degrees, and I'm frying them in lard.
Oh, lard again. Okay. Could you fry it in anything else?
You could fry them in any type of shortening or oil, but I think the lard gives them that flavor. So we're going to let these guys go.
For how long?
I'd say about 4 to 5 minutes until they're golden brown.
Okay, I'm going to move
Okay,
this,
so
and
move
we're
that
going
out
to
of the
start
way,
filling
and now
these.
we are going to fill these babies up.
So tell us what's in your filling, buddy.
Oh, so our filling is the most creamy, dreamy
Oh my
ricotta
God.
you could buy, right? And then we have sugar, little bit of cinnamon oil inside, and then chocolate chips.
Oh my.
And did you just dip those in chocolate?
Oh, these are just dipped in chocolate. Okay.
So after they come out
Now-
of the fryer, they go into the chocolate. They cool.
And they cool,
Thank
and they can
you.
go into the chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
Vanilla or chocolate?
I'll try vanilla, just since
All
they
right,
got
yeah.
the chocolate ones.
All right,
Why not?
This is absolutely delicious.
Wow.
a
This is
cannoli.
dangerous. So good.
Thank you
Hoboken
so
style. How
much.
about
This
for you,
is-
vanilla or chocolate?
Oh,
I don't
whatever
even know
you.
how to do this. How do we do this?
You tell
Dealer's
me.
choice.
All right, a little bit of sugar
Oh, I'm
here.
all right. I got this.
One for you and one for me.
Buddy.
Cheers.
Salute. And this is a
Salute.
Happy
Incredible.
New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Be sure to follow Buddy and Carlos Bakery on Instagram at Carlos Bakery and visit hallmarkchannel.com for the full recipe. Oh, my goodness.
And
Uh-oh.
if you don't want to make them, you can order them from me online at carlsbakery.com, and we will ship them to your house.
You heard it from the man. You heard it from that.